I had experience with a credit union in another company, and I thought, why don't we have one here? So I got some friends together, and together with them, we got started, and I had no idea that it was going to grow the way it is, and I'm always just thrilled to see what it has become. It's just, I would never have guessed. And the funny thing about the women's movement is I was not part of the movement per se, but it helped me, and it gave me the courage to go ahead and do something which was way out of my comfort zone to begin this credit union, and I certainly never regretted it, and I'm just continually astonished at where it's come.
It's hard to imagine someone sitting at their desk at work having the foresight to say, I think I'll start a credit union here because our employees would love it and get better deals than at a bank. And volunteering the phone on her desk, which probably rang consistently with work phone calls, and now you had credit union members calling her asking what their balance is, and she's put up with all that and moved us ahead.
What I admire most about Barbara is her dedication to the credit union and just her initiative to really move forward.
For me to sum up the contributions that Barbara made, I'd have to go back to when the organization was created. And I think without Barbara's dedication and courage to actually organize 9 other people to sign all the documents and actually create Service First, we wouldn't be where we are today.
What I always respect about Barb when she sat on the board to this day is when she's concerned about something on the financial sheet, I'm concerned about something on the financial sheet. And she has really helped us all understand our income statements, and as volunteers, we look to a certain board of directors for that positive part or that learning part that they give us. So Barb is really easy to let us know and teach us all why she would have a concern or what's going on. And that's why we always liked when Barb sat as a treasurer or on the financial committee, because she understood it.
She's driven, she knows what she is looking for, and when she decided that she wants to help her fellow Geisinger employees to save money and to borrow money using a card table to get started, that mission was hers.
And Service First has always been adaptable to change and made progress in every single year. 2 stand out to me. One is facilities. When I arrived in 1981, we were in a room that was about 10 by 20. We had 4 employees crammed in that room. People were allowed to smoke. And from there, we now have 9 full-service offices, all nice, creative thinking, well-balanced. The other is technology. Again, when I first started, we had one, it wasn't even a computer terminal, it was a console where the tellers had to go and punch in their transactions while people were waiting, and it was shared. Since there was 4 of us, all 4 of us took turns. Now you could pick up your cell phone, transfer money, apply for a loan, just about anything you could do at our branches. So it's been quite a ride.
The one change in my memory that was the most important and one of the most daring things that the board did was the first time we actually built our own building. And it was something that was of a concern to everybody because we had always leased and rented and moved around, but to have our own building, be responsible for it, that was a very daring move for the board to take.
Since I've been here so long, I remember the days at the cottages when we would just have one terminal between 5 of us, and even on the old Geisinger paydays, somebody had to make all those payroll changes by hand. Nothing was electronic. And then you were down to 1 terminal. And there were days when our members were out the door, in the parking lot, waiting to be waited on, and there was just nothing you could do. But they were all pretty well patient because they expected it back then. So technology has really grown here at Service First.
My favorite memory is actually the day, or actually it was an evening, that we signed the charter to become a credit union. And I know I was thinking, wow, this is really going to happen. And I'm still amazed at where we have come in that 40 years, but that has to be my favorite memory, the beginning of the credit union.
Some of my fondest memories of Service First over the past 40 years have been volunteering as the Easter Bunny, answering the telephones at the Children's Miracle Network Telethon, and volunteering at the annual golf tournament for Service First.
I don't feel that this is a change, but this is something that I feel is significant to Service First. We opened our high school branch in 1996 in the Downville High School. Service First wanted to expand students' knowledge of the financial institution industry. They wanted to develop positive work ethics and improve their consumer skills. So the branch was the first financial institution in Pennsylvania to be located in a school, and only the second in the country.
One of my favorite memories over the past 40 years, and it's kind of an ongoing memory, it happens repeatedly, is, and I'll sum it up in one word, spam. We've had kind of a quirky internal little thing that's gone on with spam over the years. Spam has made its way to several different places that popped up where you wouldn't think it would. Again, one of the little things that we do that makes working here fun, and just, you know, it's happened for several years now that people get spammed, usually new employees, and there's a meaning behind it. I'm one of the only few that know the real meaning behind what happened with it, and it's a little internal secret, but it's a fun thing, an ongoing thing.
Service First has a very strong recipe for success, and I think three things: people, people, people. And like other successful organizations, everybody in the organization is a leader, and that would be from the folks in the front line to leadership to board members. And working together as leaders, you have a dynamic whole. And what characterizes these leaders for success? First of all, they have to do excellent work. They have to really do the best they can do and be successful in that. They have to be honest, and I think integrity is super important and essential. And finally, their work has to be engaging. They have to really like what they do. If you like what you do, you'll be successful, and it'll be fun, and you'll be interacting. And if you're interacting, you have a vibrant community. And I think that's what Service First is, a vibrant community.
Service First is a place where consumers could come to have their financial needs served. They're met by a group of friendly people that are smiling and eager to serve them, to deliver exceptional service, and in a fun, creative environment.
We didn't get this way without our board of directors being educated, even our staff. And the fact that we really do make it mandatory for a while there that our board had to go to a national meeting and state meetings to find out what everybody's doing and to show that Service First is on the right track and maybe a little bit ahead of the track. But we're at least out there being a player in the financial world.
I think some of it relates back to our core values of hiring the best people. We really have a great team of people that look forward to coming to work every day, and that helps us with delivering exceptional service to our members, so that would be the second ingredient. And the last ingredient, I think, is just having fun. We know that we're dealing with people's finances, and it's no joking matter, but it's really important that we give them a good experience when they come in. They can get financial services anywhere, but it's the experience that they get from our team of people, the exceptional service, and sometimes a little bit of a quirky way of having fun. I think they look forward to coming in, the members do, because we're not that typical staunch financial institution.
Service First is, the first thing I think of is service. Just as the name says, it's service to the members and doing what we can to help them.
Service First is a very progressive credit union that I'm glad to be a part of. It's helped me basically grow professionally and personally, and it's a place that I can come to and live my values at work, at the same values that I have at home.
40 years from now, where will this organization be? It's hard to tell. It will be certainly vastly different than what we're seeing today, but hopefully it will continue to have the leadership necessary and will be looked upon as an example for the financial world as it exists in the coming years.
I think I would like to see Service First to be the primary financial institution, not only in Montour County, but also in our entire service area.
So I would hope that they could stay independent, still keep the personal service and the personal touch that has made Service First so successful, and really believe in that people helping people philosophy, and be able to grow to the point where you can offer everything we need to offer, but not get so big that you forget where you came from.
I would hope that what we laid the groundwork here, the cooperation, the education, good staff, stays with them. And then the sky's the limit.
Is one of those people that I call an example of a humanitarian, not only to the community here, but also international from what he does.
He is really a thoughtful man, whether it's in the work that he does at the hospital, the volunteer work he does in the community, or the work that he does for Service First. He really cares about people.
Every time he talks to you, it is motivational, positive. He always asks how your family's doing, and he carries that through every board meeting and every decision we have. So he has motivated me in a way he probably doesn't know.
Dr. Miller's made a great impact on Service First. He's just a wonderful, smart, intelligent man who asks great questions and makes us all think about what it is we're doing.
He's definitely our ambassador, and I'm going to miss him for that reason. I mean, there are so many people who know Dr. Miller or Fred, and I think his contribution, just sitting on the board and being so positive with us, that I think that's what we're going to miss.
Big a heart as he has for the credit union, I wish him the best life ahead of him yet.
One wish I have for Dr. Miller is that he has continued health so that he can keep doing these wonderful things he does for the people, and also that we can keep him involved in some form of volunteering work for the credit union.
I just wish them good health and happiness, that they can continue to provide services to the community and the charitable organizations that we work with. We're really going to miss him, but I suspect that he's still going to be serving on some committees and staying in touch with us.
I wish Dr. Miller to have the best health and to keep going, because he is such an active, helpful person. I know he does a lot of things out of the country, so I would hope he'd be able to continue that.
Him and Joan, I just wish them the best of luck in his retirement. And yeah, we're going to miss him because he's always been concerned about every one of us, even not only with our contribution to the board, but even in our daily lives. So here, Fred, to you, have a good retirement.
First, a very long, healthy retirement. And second, and this is sincere coming from a Penn State fan, I hope he sees Notre Dame win a national college football championship.